Todd T in Missouri. Is it better to have contributions going into regular 401ks, Roth 401ks, or a combination of both? I have both options in my 401k. If both, what percentage in each account? This seems to be a common question we get time and time again.
It's a really common question, and I think it's a critical question. So anybody that's listened to me on the Guided Retirement Show for any period of time, or on America's Wealth Management Show, which is our radio program, I say that you should never put your money into anything until you know what the rules are going to be when you want to get the money out. Right?
Makes sense.
What are you going to do with that money? So, Todd, we could answer the question in a couple of different ways. First off, it really depends on your tax situation now.
Yep.
And what tax situation you think you're going to be in the future. I will tell you that, let me take a person like myself, mid-50s, peak earning years, and I have the ability to put into a tax deferred or a pre-tax, the regular portion of our 401k, or I can go into the Roth portion of our 401k. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look into the future and I'm going to say, okay, when I retire, will I be in a lower tax bracket then, knowing what I want to spend, or will I be in the same tax bracket, or will I be in a higher tax bracket? I will make my decision based on that. If I believe that I'm going to be in a lower tax bracket in the future when I retire because I projected out where I'm going to get my income from, et cetera, I'll use the traditional so I can get the deduction today. And then in those early years of retirement, I'll do some Roth conversions. If in fact you're young and you haven't hit your peak earning years and you got a long time to let that money accumulate.
And taxes could be increased in the future.
Right. I'm a big fan of the Roth at that point. What do you think, Chris?
I like that. Yeah. And I think it's important to understand too, a lot of people that come to us don't realize that employer plans that match, the matching is already going to be tax deferred. So if you're looking to hedge some piece, some might be considered for the Roth as well.
Right. Now, I don't know if you know this, I think you probably do, but there's a caveat to that. There is actually legislation before Congress right now that was passed with strong bipartisan support through the House Ways and Means Committee in a new act called the Son of the Secure Act, where they're proposing to allow the employer to use a Roth contribution. If you're contributing to a Roth part of your 401k, the employer portion of that would also go into a Roth 401k.
That's fantastic. No, I had not heard that.
Okay, what does that do though? Here's the question. What does that do? Why would they do that? Okay, it's after-tax money that the employer is putting in.
So they get the revenue.
So they get the revenue now as opposed to in the future when the money comes out.
Makes sense.
Okay, so anytime the government does something, you have to ask yourself, what's the ulterior motive?
Yep, or what's in it for them. Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Starting your route to retirement.